here's why you should never listen to anybody's advice. I mean, you can listen to it, but don't take it to heart. The reason is because if you take somebody's advice, you take somebody's word for something, they're telling you how you should act or how you should think or what you should do or what not to do. And they're telling you from a place of, okay, I'm older or I'm more experienced or I've done this before or something like that. And they'll tell you these things. But the problem is, even if you take well, obviously the one obvious problem is that they're wrong, right? They could be wrong, so you don't want to just take their word for it just because they're more experienced or they're older or they've done it before or something like that. The second and less obvious reason is that even if they are right about what they are telling you, if their advice is right and it's wise to take heed of it, the problem still is that you don't know why it's right. You don't know how it's right. That's why people often say you have to, really the only way is you have to learn things yourself. Because there are people who, it's crazy, there are people in the world who take advice a lot. They have like mentors and they listen to their parents and they listen to their teachers, and you know what happened? They probably had a pretty solid life. They got what their teachers and their parents said they would probably get. They got this life of, you know, good grades, and maybe they went to a nice college and got we're in a bunch of extracurricular things, and we're in this club and that club, had this award and that award, graduated with honors, got a good job out of college, or, you know, got this internship, or, you know, and then started making good money and driving a nice car and got girls and all that. You know what I mean? It's their lives could have been good, but they never really learned for themselves anything. They didn't really learn for themselves. They kind of just followed somebody else's template. Their life is, in my personal opinion, that person's life is not their own. They've never even attempted to discover what life would be like lived on their own terms or discovered for themselves. And that's the problem with taking people's advice. You lose kind of yourself to it. You lose yourself. You lose your identity, your own guidance. You lose your own knowledge, your own experience in that. Your whole identity and life has been based off of somebody else's knowledge and somebody else's own experience. It is an identity loss. Even though you have constructed an identity, the one question that you should always ask yourself, that should always be haunting you in the back of your mind is this me? Is this me? A lot of people, I feel like, they do this. This is most people in life. They take advice from other people. They take information from other people. They read books from good authors and take advice from their parents and listen to their teachers and do this and do that and stay within the lines and follow the law, and they're good citizens. They pay their taxes, all this stuff. Obviously, you can pay your taxes and follow the law while still being true yourself. But they do this stuff, and then they reach a certain point in life where they start to question, something starts to eat at them. These people they'll never tell you, but like something starts to eat at them, and it's their soul that's screaming. It's their soul that's screaming. It's their real true identity that's screaming at them, hey, what have you done? What have you done? You are not you. That's like the fundamental, I think, problem that people are facing is you're not you, though. Yeah, you have all this stuff, you have this life constructed around you and things are going great, but what's it worth if you destroyed yourself in the process, or you never discovered yourself in the process? That's why you feel like that's why these people feel like shit, in my opinion. This is the main issue with listening to anybody. I mean, this is almost an argument to just not listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody, even if what they're saying is probably right, probably good to listen to, probably true. The fundamental problem still remains that you don't know why it's true. You don't know how it's true. You don't know how it feels to be true. You don't know how that truth was realized in your own experience, how you put that truth into practice. You don't. You took somebody else's word for it. And because of that, it's like you'll never know, like you'll never have a deeper understanding and knowledge of why that's true, of why you're doing what you're doing, and why you're at where you're at. You don't understand that. And man, that's like everything. That's everything, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy when you think about it, how that could just but like all of life is mind control. That's what I mean. Like at every moment, at every turn in life, people are trying to, without knowing it, without it being their intention, they're trying to impress themselves upon you. Like they're almost trying to expand their orbit or their gravitational, their magnetic field, their gravitational body. They're trying to influence you. All right, bro. Yeah, you got a more important life. You got real shit to do. Go get it, man. Yeah, that's what people are trying to do. They're trying to influence you. I mean, there could be many reasons why they say certain things. But they want, it's like every opinion or especially on YouTube, like every comment or, things that you, even in life, like your family or friends, they might not understand you, or, and people that you work with, just people in general, just most people, they view everything, they view you, they view your life through their own lens of their own emotional body, their own thoughts and behaviors and patterns. They are viewing you through their filter, whereas you're viewing you through your filter. And so when they express things, it's gonna be an expression of you based upon themselves. So it's gonna try to bring you into they're gonna try to bring you into their view, into their worldview, their thoughts and opinions and beliefs, their emotional patterns, structures. At every moment, at every turn, people are trying, without knowing, they are trying to control your mind. They're trying to chip away at your identity, trying to almost put a part of themselves on you. They want to spread. It's like they want to spread their identity onto you. It's like a virus. It's like they want to corrupt you. They want to give you the rot. They want to give you the rot that they have. Or, I mean, even if it's good, even if like they're giving you advice and they're coming from a place of love, still, you know, what they're taking from you, yeah, they're giving you good knowledge and good advice and wisdom to take heed of. But what they're taking from you in exchange for giving that to you, that's a gift, right? But what they're taking in exchange is you ever realizing that for yourself, you ever understanding it yourself, or going, you know, understanding why it's true yourself. I mean, maybe at a certain point you do understand it for yourself, but I don't know. The whole issue is, yeah, I mean, look, the problem is, yeah, you can take advice from people, but how do you distinguish between good advice and bad advice? If they're the ones giving you the advice, you know what I mean? They're the ones giving you the advice. So evidently, you're the one that needs advice. So how would you know what's good advice and what's bad advice? You see? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you gotta listen to your elders and listen to your teachers and listen to your parents, and they know what's best and they're always right. They always end up right. Okay, maybe they do. Maybe they do, but in a lot of ways they don't. In a lot of ways they don't, though. And so, you know, if you're one of these people that just is like, oh, you got to take good advice, because a lot of people have good advice and they have and it can save you, that's what they'll say, it'll save you a lot of pain, it'll save you a lot of trouble, it'll save you a lot of heartache, or it'll save you a lot of misery, or whatever. Okay, maybe that's true, but what if it doesn't, though? What if the advice you're giving me doesn't? If you start to just, you know, you start to just take advice blindly and think that it's a good thing to just listen to people because they wrote a book, listen to people because they have a big YouTube channel and a big following, listen to people because of this, listen to people because of that, you realize how you're never actually listening to yourself? You're always listening to other people. Where are you in all of this? You don't think that you would know best what you should do? You don't think that you would know best what you should do? You don't think you would know best what you believe and what you should think, how you should act? You don't think that you would know best? It's you. I think you would know best what you need to do. Why would others? I mean, it's a fine line. What am I saying? That you gotta, like, never consume information again? Maybe just take a break from it. Maybe take a long break from just consuming information, especially like self-help information, self-improvement information that shapes your beliefs and opinions and views and actions. Maybe take a break from that. See how it feels to be lost. See how it feels to be like, who am I? What am I doing? What's true? You know? It's crazy once you start letting that stuff go. Once you start getting away from that stuff, like having others, because often we like to think, oh, it's good to consume information because it's making me more knowledgeable. You think, oh, it's good to read books. It's good to listen to podcasts. It's good to listen to information. It's good to listen to this. It's good to watch this because it's making me smarter. It's giving me knowledge. But is it really? It might just, yeah, it's giving you knowledge. Is it giving you the knowledge that you want to know, that you know that's true? Do you know that it's true? Have you experienced that it's true? Have you sensed that it's true? Do you see how it's true? Or are you just, yeah, this makes logical sense. This makes theoretical sense. Yeah, this seems like, yeah, I'll try this. The problem is, if you never actually discover what's true for yourself, if you never actually fundamentally get to that work, then nothing ever sticks. You realize like how nothing ever sticks because you're just kind of you're a blank slate, like a blank chalkboard that anybody can just write on. You believe something for a time, and then because you never realized that it's true, or you never discovered what's true yourself, it starts to feel, it's like, well, this don't really hold. Like you start to you believe it for a while, but then it's like, this don't really hold. Then you start to look for something else. Same thing. Believe it for a while, and then it kind of fades. It's because you don't really have a true sense of identity. You never really stepped back and looked like, oh shit, what do I, like me, like what do I know? Am I a source of truth? Oh, maybe I'm a source of truth, not Dostoevsky or you know, like all these names escape me, Carl Jung or man, it's so bad, David Goggins, or who are the big podcasters, Joe Rogan or Lex Fridman, or what's that other guy, the neurophysicist or whatever he is, Andrew Huberman. Like what? Like maybe I'm a source of truth. Maybe they're not what I should be living my life upon. Maybe what they're doing, what they're saying, I shouldn't be living my life upon. Wild. This is literally what it means to be a sheep, just like in the herd. And it's crazy because you might think, oh, because I have some contrarian views, I'm not a sheep. Because I don't listen to mainstream media, I'm not a sheep. I mean, you're still listening to other people, though. Like, you're still listening to others, you're still driven, and you have opinions and thoughts constructed by others. I mean, I guess that's inescapable at a certain point. Like to a certain extent, like you're gonna be influenced by others. But man, you should probably try to mitigate it as much as possible, in my opinion. What are you gonna do? Just like that second somebody says, well, actually, if I were you, you're gonna be like, no. They'd be like, what? No, advice, please. What, are you gonna walk around life like that? Like, what are you gonna tell people to just shut up anytime they start to like, they could be telling you things about their own lives, like personal stories. They're not even trying to tell you an opinion. They'll be telling you some personal story, and it'll influence, you'll be like, oh, it'll give you some, oh, maybe I should look at it this way or something like that. So a lot of there is an element, an aspect of it that is inescapable. Obviously, I'm not saying like you can get to a point where you're not influenced by others. Yes, of course you'll be influenced by others. That's inescapable. God damn. But Damn, has this been crooked the entire time? But I'm just saying, like, you should probably mitigate it where you can. We're in a place in society where people are just way too much into information, just consuming things, believing what they hear on podcasts and on that subject, this, and oh, they said it this way, and oh my god, how do you guys watch that? I don't know how people watch that stuff, man. I have no capacity or affinity for that stuff. I just be watching it, like, I don't ever watch it, but if sometimes my friends will bring up stuff and I'm just like, I don't know, it just don't interest me. It just don't really interest me. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know what this video is gonna be titled, but that's it. That's the video.